Hello there, dear Leo and Leo risings. This is your March forecast 2016, and it's a brilliant month. Okay, we've got lots of things going on because of the eclipses, solar and lunar, and the vernal equinox. Your sun is your ruler. Okay, this is our life force here on earth. This is our general will and our purpose in life. So Leo's, indeed, you're a fire sign. You're a fixed fire sign. You don't enjoy making changes. You're extremely loyal to what you put your heart into and devoted. Yet you need to do something, to accomplish something, to be something. Julia Child was a Leo, born August 15th. It happens to be my birthday. But she, in her movie, said, I must do something. That's the fire sign. And also she had a lot of Virgo stuff going on too. So that was brilliant. But I digress. Fixed fire. So what's happening for dear Leos? We've got Saturn has been in your 5th house, taking you to new realms with your creative side. What are you bringing forth? Putting some energy and some structure around some creative energy force that you have been, wanting to bring forward. Maybe you want to create a business out of something that gives you joy from your heart. Or maybe there's something going on with your children. You're spending more time or having to take more responsibility for a child or children in your life. Perhaps you're having your first child. It's all around this. Romance, also in romance, I would say that you're looking at who you're dating. Do they really meet up to your values? And it's a little more serious. It's not just frivolous time. This is, I want to build something, so I want to know what I'm doing is going to last. That's the energy of this. Mars is getting into that area on March the 5th. So it's going to add more spice. Okay, 5th house is also when you take a vacation and you go and you have fun and you go have a workout, but it's about recreation and going on like I said, a vacation, a mini vacation. So maybe sometime during this time you'll be getting in line with that. But Mars and Saturn energy together is giving that area a boost. So whatever you're doing creative wise or issues around children, this will take on a little more serious note and go from there. The eclipse is this month. So on the same day though, Mercury is going to be going, leaving your 7th house. So you'll be wrapping up some things regarding your relationships. It's, Mercury's been over there with Venus. You've been talking and having more sweet time with your partner. And now with Mercury going into Pisces, which is your 8th house, this is where relationships merge to a deeper level, intimacy. So perhaps you'll be talking more about an intimate level of that relationship. It also has to do with grants, investments, funding that you're getting for something. Personal taxes, you need to get your taxes done. Look at loans, look at your mortgages. So 8th house is big because we also have the solar eclipse there. The sun is shining in that 8th house. And this is where the solar eclipse, the earth, the universe says, stand up, take notice, sit up, be aware, because there's going to be some glaring truth. And be grateful for this truth because it will add some liberation that you've been needing, some restructuring, something. So something is coming to a head, whatever's been going on. Now perhaps it's been something that's been hidden with Neptune there. Neptune unveils. It unveils the truth. It can bring out deception. And 8th house also has to do with your trust issues. So maybe something about who you can trust or what's going on there. So let's just keep our eyes open to this area and be aware that whatever the news that we get, and we may have been getting some inclinations of this beforehand, the eclipses can start to enact at least 3 months in advance, and solar eclipses can go on for a year, and lunar at least 6 months, the effects of this. So that's why these areas are getting a total overhaul. And when we make change, eclipses cause change sometimes. When we make these changes, well, it's not, you can't just do them overnight sometimes. It takes some time. So that's why the eclipses stay in there for different cycles. So we've got also Venus now moving into that area, Pisces, on the 12th of March, and then now adding some real tenderness to intimacy, okay, and some light to that area. So that's a really beautiful thing. Now, your ruler is the sun. So I like to look at what your ruler is doing throughout the month and highlight those days for you to write down. On March the 6th, we've got a really good preparation time here before the eclipse comes on March the 8th. On March the 6th, we have the sun squaring Saturn. This is a first quarter square. They got together and they said, okay, looks serious. This is what I got to put my intention into. And at first quarter, we look at, okay, what have we achieved during this time and where can I take a step out and go forward? The sun is also in sextile to Pluto. So at that time, it adds some power behind the issue here. So that's real good for you. And on the 7th, also look at the moon conjoining Venus. It's the last conjunction with the sun. It's going to be in your relationship house before this eclipse. So look for that, because Mercury is also, had just left. So you're going to be getting some information the 4th and 5th regarding relationships. But when the sun and when the moon and Venus come together, this is a time to, perhaps you do something really fun with your partner. But Venus is meeting with the moon 5 times before it goes below the horizon. It's called immersion time, where it's not visible to the naked eye in the morning sky anymore. That's April the 18th when that happens. But when they come together like this is a time when you get some information. So, but just have a grand weekend, because this is very nice. And let's see here. The next time I just want to let you know, March the 14th and the 15th and the 16th are brilliant times for planning. Now, Leos like to be in charge and planning and be in control. They're leaders. So just know that Mercury is forming up some ability for us to lay out some stuff. It's also first quarter, so we're taking some steps out. Whatever information that we found out around this eclipse, we're taking some energy around this. And then the 16th, Jupiter is trining Pluto. Well, that's really good news, because Jupiter and Pluto are forming around your work environment. That's your 2nd and 6th house. That has to do with your health, your daily routine, and the money that you make. So look for some good news around this time, especially if you have any planets that are in the sign of Taurus, because that'll be closing out that fire trine. So this is really great, smooth energy. Now, of course, all Leos have been affected by the Saturn-Uranus trine that's going on. So if your sun, if you're born anywhere, say like August 8th through the 17th or so, 18th, you're right in that line. But any Leos are getting the benefits of Uranus and Saturn right now. So we've got a lot of opportunity here to really do some great things. On March the 23rd, this is a lunar eclipse. So this is pay particular attention to your 3rd house. And also the sun, that same day, your ruler is coming together with Mercury. It's a Wednesday. So leading up to this day, the 22nd, 23rd, and after, you're going to have this aha kind of moment about whatever you were working on during January. In January, Mercury was going retrograde in your 6th house of work, teaming up with Pluto, saying you got to get a serious plan here together. What's working in your daily routine? What do you have to switch up? What do you have to make changes with your health, or what you're eating, your workout routine? So you're going to get some big news here. The lunar eclipse in Libra is all about relationships. It's all about how our cooperation is going. And this is in your 3rd house. This is learning. This is talking, teaching, learning, speaking engagements, a YouTube channel, your blogs. your social life, right in your local environment. Maybe your social life is picking up. This is like doing stuff with your neighbors and around your neighborhood, having parties, getting invited to parties around the neighborhood, doing things with siblings or learning stuff about siblings. Maybe something's coming to a head. Some development with a sibling is now, coming to a head for some part, or some issues you've had with your neighbors are coming to a head. So just look into this area and utilize your best relationship skills around this time. Diplomacy, cooperation, because when we get cooperation from other people, things go much smoother, of course. The 24th and 25th they're just really fabulous days. The way Venus is making aspects, and also Saturn is then going retrograde. So that's helping us all. It's taking its foot off the pedal. We've learned a lot of things. It's stationing, so it's going to be quite strong around that time. It's a planning time. We've with this lunar eclipse, perhaps we just kind of know what we need to do. And of course, with Mercury meeting the Sun, we have this information. And so the Sun and Mars are together on the 26th. So 25th and 26th, that's really a grand time for you to put forth, what is that? That's a Saturday, 25th, 26th. That's a grand time for you to get recharged, or to go forward in some great way. The vernal equinox happens on the 20th, and that's when the Sun then goes into your 9th house. 9th house could be travel. Maybe you're going somewhere, going away. It's talking about, getting educated at some deeper levels, getting some knowledge, dealing with foreigners, taking some course of study. So that's when the Sun moves into an area of your life, it highlights it, shines on it, and that's where you can put your energy for the most reward during that time. At the end of the month, this is brilliant time for breakout plans. Like, we're kind of getting serious with things because Mercury is making some aspects here, and maybe some real outside the box thinking that really comes forth and helps us out in big ways. And toward the end of the month, Mercury is going to be in your 9th house, so your thinking is generated toward all those issues, 9th house stuff. So this has to do with those things at a distance, maybe legal issues, some course of study that you're taking. These are direct conversations that you're having with either your partner or a business partner, or your clients. So Leo, have a fabulous month. The Sun is coming into Aries. It's a great time, and just really revel in the fact that you're ruled by the Sun, and bring that creative energy forth that Mars and Saturn is asking for in the 5th. You're a very creative soul, and have a wonderful month. I'm grateful for all of my subscribers. I love listening to any comments. Ask me any questions, and reach out to me on Instagram, because I have daily in the flow messages and inspirations that would be beneficial. Have a fabulous month.